Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Prosperity Mindset Call. It's a great day, another great day. TGI Friday to you. I hope you had a great week and moving into this weekend. I'm just excited about what's going on around the world and in my life and in every facet of my life. But, one of the things that I did and made some early mistakes in my career is that when I moved to a different vocation, when I moved from different jobs in corporate America and I did different things, it was amazing how I would set these goals and dreams when I was in that linear mentality. When I was in that linear arena, I would set goals and dreams there. Then I started working and got myself involved in relationship marketing, which is an incredible arena for all of us to be in to create massive leverage. It was amazing how my mindset as far as my goals and dreams changed. And for example, I remember when I got my first really corporate role in the management level in the cellular industry, when I got a $2,000 or $3,000 raise, I was excited about that raise. I was very excited about, getting that raise. And, I remember when I got to my first 6 figures in income in corporate America, boy, I was excited. I was super excited. I was a young man, and I was definitely humbled and grateful for what I had. It was amazing how when I had major success in traditional business, my mindset was that it was going to take some time to get my income where I wanted it to be. It was amazing when I made that shift and I started creating leverage in the relationship marketing side of my life from a business perspective, how my perspective changed as far as my goals and dreams. And I think a lot of people make the same mistakes that I made when I first got involved in this industry of relationship marketing. And what I'm referring to is I set some unrealistic financial goals. And I think that slowed my mindset down. It slowed, my progress down because, think about it, it took me 4 to 5 years from the time I got out of college and bounced around the NFL and did different things that didn't last very long. And I got myself in relationship marketing. It took me 4 to 5 years to get my income up to $100,000 a year. But it blew my mind when I immediately got involved in relationship marketing. I started talking about 6 figures a month, 6 figures a month, 6 figures a month. But I had never made 6 figures a month in traditional business. So why all of a sudden a person that has no skill set, a person is starting from scratch in the foundation of a new vocation in a different part of their life, expect to go in and earn more than they did on their traditional business, traditional job, and something they're brand new at. And I made that mistake. And it slowed me down my first year in the business because what I started, all my focus was why is my income not what I want it to be? Well, my belief and my passion wasn't where my income needed to be. So you can only go as far as your belief will take you. But I get some unrealistic financial goals. And that's what I want to focus on this morning is that we talk about having a 2 to 4 plan, but 2 to 4 year plan to get financially free, but it took us 8, 10, 12 years to get in the financial issue that we're having today. So why all of a sudden do we think that we can just wave this magical wand in 2 or 3 months and become financially free, but not put the work and the skills and the time in to develop what we need to create that type of income? And that's where great leadership comes in. Great leadership, we make sure that people set their expectations right on the front end of the business, because if we set their expectations right on the front end of the business, they won't be dissatisfied with the results they get if we set the tone right on the front end of the business. And that was one of the things that I failed at because, I saw these people making tons of money, but I didn't understand their story. I didn't know what their background was, what their level of success was. I didn't know their center of influence. I didn't know their abilities or nothing. All I did is I saw them walk across stage making a lot of money. And I said, if they can do it, I can do it too. Well, I didn't know how those people had 5 years, 10 years, 8 years, 12 years, 15 years of experience in this industry. I just saw the end result. And I want everybody on this call to remember this: run your own race. Run your own race. And we got some highly successful people on this call that have made a lot of success in traditional business as well as relationship marketing. And I want everybody to understand that. When I hear people say, quote unquote, they're a networker, what does that mean? I believe everybody in the world was a networker. I believe that a gentleman that over 2,000 years ago that walked the earth, that that went to different peaks and valleys around the world that people laughed at him. He was a networker. So, I mean, everybody's a networker. We wake up networking. We wake up networking. We come out of our mother's womb building relationships, either good or bad, but we wake up out of our mother's womb and build relationships. So when I hear them say, well, he's quote unquote, they're a networker. No, they're business people that understand leverage to create wealth. That's what we are. We're business people that understand leverage, how to use leverage to create wealth. So I'm saying this morning to say, please, if you never made $1 million in your life in 1 year, why all of a sudden do you think in the next year or two you're going to do it? Is it possible? Everything's possible. But is it highly unlikely? It's highly unlikely. You have to develop yourself. You have to go through the learning curve. You have to compress your success. And that's why I love being around incredible people that are inside of our company that have had success, because I learn from them every single day. I learn every single day. So don't set yourself up to be disappointed. Set yourself up to win. Set your team up to win. Set the people up around you to win. And sometimes it's not going to be the most popular statement you're going to make, but it's going to be the truthful statement that you make. And one of my mentors told me, he said, Cedric, why do you believe that you can make 6 figures a month and you never made 6 figures a year yet? What's going to change overnight just because you enrolled? I looked at him and I said, I never thought about that. So we got to make sure that we don't set ourselves up to be disappointed. We set realistic goals. When I got involved in relationship marketing, ladies and gentlemen, it was to save my home. It was a $2,230 payment. That's exactly what it was. Our mortgage was $2,230. I got involved to fix that. I didn't want to be having that coming out of my household. And then it moved from there, and then it moved from there. So start small and let it evolve into what you want it to become. But you have to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere realistic. And do not go out there and compare yourself with somebody else. Run your own race. Run your own race. Do not compare yourself to Steve and Susan Barron. Do not compare yourself to other individuals that's on this call. Don't do it. You don't know their background. You don't know how long they've been in business. 30 years. You can't see. You don't know what they don't know. You don't know what they know. You don't know. Just run your own race. But what you can do is get around other great individuals and compress your success, and now you're able to accelerate the wealth and the leverage that you can create because the individuals around you can share the things to take you to faster heights in life, in spirituality, in health, and in finances. So that's what I want to share this morning. Happy Friday to you. It'll be a great weekend this weekend. I can tell you this right now. Lives will be changed. Lives will be changed today. Lives will be changed tomorrow. Lives will be changed the next day. The question is, are you in the life-changing business? Are you in the life-changing business? Are you giving people hope? And hope stands for helping other people's pain end. Are you one of those individuals when they walk in the room and they say, I want to follow that person. That person can help me get where I want to go. That person can help me learn the things I want to learn. I want to spend as much time as I can around those individuals. And that's what our life is all about, is picking the right life crew. What's your life crew look like? What's your crew? My dad always said, man, your crew is everything. My dad used to say, man, watch your crew. Watch who you running with. Watch your crew. Watch how they think. Who's your crew? What's your life crew? Who you rolling with? Who you rolling with? Everybody laughs when I say rolling. Rolling means a lot of different things. Rolling means I'm rolling with the right people with the right mindset. Rolling means I'm rolling with the right people with the right spirituality. I'm rolling with the right people that have the right character. I'm rolling with the right people that have the right passion. When I say rolling, that's what rolling means. I'm rolling with the right individuals. I got the right crew. What's your crew look like? What's your crew look like going into today? And you know what? Sometimes you got to change players. Sometimes you got to change players. But everybody understands their role in the crew. Everybody understands their role in the crew. I understand my role in the crew. I understand my role. Do you understand your role, and are you playing it up to your ability? Are you living life up to your potential? I remember I'll tell you a quick story, and I'm going to jump off here because I believe stories resonate, and people will remember. They'll remember the story before they remember anything else. My oldest son, Cedric, he's 26 years old. Very, very gifted athlete. Very, very gifted athlete. Baseball and football. Well, at about 5 years old, 6 years old, he told me he has a learning disability. I said, really? So how would you know if somebody 5 or 6 years old if they have a learning disability? I said, well, we ran these tests on him and all this stuff here. I said, okay, well, I mean, that's great. I mean, I'm not a doctor or psychologist or anything like that, but I do know this. I believe this. If you tell a person they have a problem, then that person, most people will accept that. And they'll start creating their life around what somebody told them that they had. You know what I did? I told my wife, I said, you know what? Do not ever discuss what those psychiatrists told our son. Don't ever tell him that he has a learning disability. Don't ever tell him that. Well, we got to college. We got to high school. Junior year, he had to start taking SATs. And I, you know, in my mind, I knew that he was living up to the potential. He was doing everything that he could possibly do. In his junior year, he took it. His junior year, he took it 4 times. His senior year, he took it 8 times, his SAT. The 8th time he took it, he qualified for a full ride scholarship. And I remember I brought him on stage in Dallas, Texas in 2007, and I got awarded a $25,000 check for something I did, and I handed it to my son. I handed it to my son because it wasn't about the money. It was about the process. It was about me. It was about him living up to his potential. He did everything that he could possibly do. He lived up to his potential. That's all we can do as individuals. We can love the individual around, but I love the people that live up to their potential. Everybody has different skill sets and passions in life, but when someone lives up to their true potential, that's a champion. That's a champion. So are you a champion today? And I know you are. You wouldn't be on this call. So I want to share that story, which is a personal story. It's a real story. And to this day, he still doesn't know that he was diagnosed with somebody having a learning disability because I never let him. All I told him, Cedric, we just have to work harder. He said, you know that, Dad, I understand that. We won't be outworked. We won't be outworked. Work ethic is an attitude. It's a desire. It's not a skill. Enjoy the balance of your day. Take care.